Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil lay inside your box now while the angels fly over my head.
Yeah, we are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Motherfucking Serbs in this bitch. And first things first, if you haven't already noticed, I put Karma, the intro track for the God's Hour podcast, on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube. I put it on like all these markets. Is it on Tidal? I might have to check in with Jay-Z on that one with the homie just to double check and make sure. But yeah, man, this is a really, really big milestone for me. Shout out to Weirdo and Chava Style. I really didn't think I knew I was gonna do this, but I just didn't know I was gonna do this so soon. I got it published, I got it copywritten, and thank God, gracias Ogun, oh yeah, they really helped me out in with my prayers and my manifestations, as they always do, as they always are. So go ahead. This was a present from my cousin Jaimito. He passed in 2012. He was only 19 years old. He would have been 20 on December 1st. So that's my birthday gift to my cousin. And go stream that, man. Karma by your boy Big Serbs featuring Chava Styles, produced by Weirdo. The intro track. And I'm kind of fucking dumb for not realizing that once you get it copywritten, like that's it. Like pretty much the publishing is under TuneCore, and that's it. That's why I was going to get the intro actually copywritten, but I don't want to do that until I know for 100% that all the money is going to go to me and not nobody else. And the way I'm going to do that is by just putting it out on the podcast, right? Because there's no reason to. I mean, this podcast is mine. The song is mine. It's mine. Everything is mine. There's no reason for it to be copywritten unless some asshole producer wants to steal from me. And we got to go through a whole nother fucking episode of that. So we got some shit. We got a few things that I wanna do differently this episode. But before we get into the fun shit, you know I like knocking the serious shit out first. Just give y'all my 2 cents on a couple of current events, as I always do. The Omicron study show reduces COVID antibodies generated by the Pfizer vaccine, which is surprising in the fact that they fucking tell you to get a fucking... Oh, okay, so basically they want to encourage you to get vaccinated in other manners, right? By either getting it or fucking just getting the Johnson & Johnson, whatever vaccine. It's just weird to me, guys. Like, the new variant is killing the antibodies created by a vaccine? Spooky. That's fucking weird. That's creepy as a bitch. I just feel like it solidifies what I've already been telling y'all about how I feel about this whole bullshit. Pandemic, the vaccine, the way we even go about this bullshit. And that's why I haven't been vaccinated. I already got sick with it, guys. Like, I literally have natural antibodies. So whatever variant is coming out that's still getting people sick, it has to be man-made, bruh. Like, there's no real other way to explain it. Like once the virus is introduced into your body, it either A, kills you, or B, it builds immunities in your system so you don't get it again. Or if you do get it again, it fights it off and you're not gonna experience the same sickness the same way. I just think this new virus bullshit is really interesting. And I see a lot of media outlets saying that if we go into another lockdown, that they're joking about it, like they're taking it in a not so serious manner. Whereas they shouldn't have even gone into the lockdown in the first place, because there was no need. Like, I guess, because this is the thing. Not every country went into a lockdown. We went into a lockdown as a country, and there was still motherfuckers working, even though everyone assumed that there was just gonna be nobody working and shit. No, I know people for a fact that were still working through the lockdown. And I'm sure they weren't the only ones. I mean, this planet's full with however many, 9 billion people. Like, come on now. The fact that we even had a lockdown to begin with was pretty fucking outrageous. And if I didn't say it before, I'm going to say it now. The U.S. dropped the ball on its citizens and getting everybody safe with what we actually need. And I know we're not going to go through another one again because our economy can't sustain it. The global macro economy can't sustain another 2-week lockdown. And we're just not going to go into another lockdown. The proof is in the pudding. We should be telling people to take vitamins and work out and keeping our bodies safe and social distancing and all that. But everything is just wear a mask, put on hand sanitizer. And nobody's saying stop buying all the fucking toilet paper and napkins, because once you get sick, all you're gonna be doing is fucking like using tissue, and that's it. The napkins, I don't know why there's no napkins. I guess people are just making vaccines out of napkins now. People are just making face masks out of napkins now. I don't get what the deal is. There's some bullshit going on though, for real, like some secret agenda type shit going on that I have no idea what. If I could tell you, I would, but I just don't know for a fact what it is. So there's that. Travis Scott denies liability for all the lawsuits. Like, I guess once, because I think the lawsuits are now in the billions or something like that, or the high millions. But this thing, if they all sue just Travis Scott, which they're not, they're gonna sue a whole bunch of people. Travis Scott's probably gonna go bankrupt or something like that. I honestly feel like it's all on him. Like, he can't just do this. Like, you can't, once you've committed a robbery, you can't just right when the cops come be like, oh, I didn't do it. I have no idea what was going on. Like, no, you got caught and now you got to suffer the consequences. It's just simple shit. I mean, I understand Travis Scott doesn't come from that world of actions, repercussions, and responsibilities and time. But he fucking does now. Prison time really puts the really takes the filters off, because you get high, that's a filter. You have money, that's a filter on your life. Once you get hit with a prison sentence, boom, all them filters come the fuck off, and you see someone who for what they really are, and you are who you really are at that point. So Travis Scott, have fun paying for that kid's funerals and all this liability shits. Travis Scott didn't even openly apologize like in an acceptable manner. I feel like he deserves at least not all of the lawsuits, but at least a good portion, maybe, I don't know, if it's 20 people that ran this event with him, I'm talking managers and all that shit, like his team. If it's 20 of them motherfuckers, he should get at least a 20th of all the lawsuits. That's just my opinion. And have fun with that shit, Travis Scott. Christmas is right around the corner, and like I've spoken on this before, me and my family don't really have a good eye-to-eye understanding on what the real world actually is. So, like my family is really, oh, here we go with that shit. They really put an emphasis on, like, it's a personality contest. Every time I'm with my family, I feel like I'm in high school again or something. Like, everyone's just fake. It's about what new shit you have, or what's been going on that makes you look cool and shit. And I don't really fuck with. I mean, do have family members, cousins, and cousins that are real and cool, that I would say they grew up with me, and they kind of have the same perspective, but they're still being brainwashed by their parents. So it's kind of like they have like a taste of innate of what I'm feeling. But once you experience the things I've experienced with my family, this whole Christmas, Thanksgiving and all that, it really turns you off. I really don't want to be around my family for a while. If I ever do want to see them again, it'll be with gold chains around my neck and medallions down on my dick and hundreds falling out my pocket with a Porsche, shit like that. Because success is the best revenge. Shout out to Tyler, the Creator. I don't feel like being around a bunch of motherfuckers who make me feel unsafe. And if you're one of those people who listen to the God's Hour podcast and you're in the same situation, bro, I feel your pain. I never want to make anybody feel any different about whatever, because we all go through different things in our life. It's real serious shit. And I would say most people don't understand shit like that. I understand most people have had loving parents, or they were, raised a certain way, or if they were raised differently, they got better opportunities or better family ties. Not me. So I just feel like the holidays remind me of how my family really is, and that's just what it is. The holidays remind you of where you stand with your family. Or maybe you lucked out. Maybe your family's cool, nobody snitches on each other or lies to each other about shit that never happened. Good for you. You know what I mean? I'm glad that you actually, because you can't hate on people for, how they grew up. Like, it is what it is. So if you got a family, a good family out there that you're kicking it, or even like a holiday with friends and shit like that, like that's your family, shout out to y'all, man. Fucking take a shot of Henny for me and smoke one for your boy Big Serves. All right? Symptoms of depression and anxiety have doubled since the pandemic. And it's not a big surprise, because, in the beginning of the pandemic, everybody had to stay at home with their kids. So everybody got caught up with like their kids and shit. That was all good for the beginning. But then people were still scared to see each other. So everyone's with their families and nobody's with their friends. So that takes a toll on the youth. Then when the parents had to go back to work, some of them had to stay at home. So many of what the youth is feeling at this point is just like isolation. And these kids really have to fend for themselves and really piece together what this shit is in their minds. I mean, I never had to go through that. I mean, it's super crazy how the pandemic worked, because when it hit, I was in a position where the family thing was already, it had already been going on for me. So the fact that it worked out is what I'm saying. Like I wasn't affected very negatively by it. Like if anything, It helped me get in tune with myself and just better with my self-centeredness and just being just grounded. It grounded me in a sense. So yeah, man, really praying for the kids out there. Really hoping all the parents teach your kids well. Let them know what it is. Let them know that you're here for them and that what they're going through is not normal. This is some shit that doesn't happen every day, and that they're loved and that they're cared for. Please do that. And if you don't do that, and if you're listening right now and you're a deadbeat father, just unsubscribe and go hang yourself, because we all are not, we all don't get to experience something like this. Like, this is literally a once in a lifetime experience. Our kids and their kids are gonna remember it, and maybe their kids down the line. So just make sure your fam is good, man. Make sure they're straight. Make sure you tell them you love them. And yeah, man, fuck depression and anxiety, because I've been dealing with that shit forever, since I was like 14, right? Pizza Hut is caught adding service fees onto their purchases in California, which is bullshit. I was actually thinking about getting a cheese stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut, and now I don't even want to eat Pizza Hut anymore, because them levas, like, how can you get a state tax, sales tax, all these taxes, and then the pizza says $8.99, so when you pay, you see all that, and then it says service fee, like 27 cents. Like, I gotta pay a quarter and 3 fucking pennies just because you levas are experiencing inflation or bad business or whatever. Like, that don't make no fucking sense. How about you go fuck yourself and I'ma go to Domino's? How about that? I should have renamed this fucking title Domino's, but it's not all about pizza. I really feel like Pizza Hut takes a L. This makes me want to go to Graziano's. This makes me want to go to Little Caesars, where I know they're not hurting. They're not adding these secret charges onto their fucking cheap ass pizza. Get your shit together, Pizza Hut. Nobody wants to buy fucking cinnamon twists and marinara sauce for an extra quarter on, or whatever the fuck you guys are doing over there. Shame on you, Pizza Hut. Slim 400 was murdered the other night in the Rolling 60s neighborhood. I think he was pretty sure that's South Central, right? Allegedly, he was shot 20 times, and allegedly the killer has been apprehended. This is just things that I've heard and seen. But not shout out, but rest in peace to Slim 400. Shout out to YG. He must be going through a lot right now. I really want this to stop, guys. The whole beefing over neighborhoods, the whole gang shit. I know it's not gonna happen, but if you're listening right now, we need to really figure out what we're doing wrong. I looked up, and as a matter of fact, I have it in my phone. I looked up how many rappers. I just wanted to get an estimate, because I didn't think it was a crazy number, right? I just thought, okay, they murdered X, Nipsey Hussle, Jimmy Wapo, King Von, Pop Smoke. But I'm looking at this list, bro, and it's so many. It's so many rappers. It's probably over 30, and they're all between the ages 18. And the oldest rapper to be murdered was Jam Master Jay at 37. Rest in peace to Mr. J. Master J. I called him Mr. J. Fucking A. It's just really sad of me that this shit is still going on. I really feel like we should do something. I don't know what we should do, but this shit has got to stop, where we're killing each other over nothing. it breaks my heart. It really does, guys, that I got to report on this shit. And this is why I even wanted to start my podcast, because I feel like not many people are saying the right things about some of these artists. And I'm finding myself saying rest in peace to this person or that person, superstar, legend, icon, like every episode, guys. And most of it is like somehow or another like self-inflicted, like either you're part of a gang or it's suicide or it's something like that. I understand if you grew up in these neighborhoods and you need to defend yourself, like you're really from the hood, and you just gotta pack a gun just to get a fucking 40 or whatever down the street to the corner and shit like that. But if you've never experienced, like, you won't get it. And these out of town bloods like Trippie Redd and shit like that just became bloods overnight, and they're from Ohio or whatever the fuck, like, they're not respected, like, they're not. And you see what happens, like 612, he's over here trolling. I'm surprised that fool's still alive. You got Trippie Redd, who's kind of backed up off of the blood shit, but not really. He really should consider dropping the whole blood shit indefinitely. Soulja Boy, he said he was from Bompton, but he's like Atlanta, from Kentucky or whatever the fuck. Chris Brown. There's a lot of people who are just, if they ever went to the actual neighborhoods of the gangs that they're from, they will get bitch smacked and pocket checked very quickly. And I'm not trying to be funny. Rest in peace to Slim 400 again. And YouTube always got to give you 200 ads before you even listen to the fucking song. I fucking love this song. This is like one of my favorite songs of all time from the Still Brazy album. My word is bond. We here for you, Slim. Your name is still ringing loud, my brother, my G. This fucking song is hard. Hopefully I don't get flagged. If I get flagged, fuck it. We're gonna mute this shit somehow. I don't care. I'm trying to tip that down. Rest in peace to Slim 400, man. That shit is a fucking travesty. When I found out the news, I was really just in shock. I know he had got hit already like a few times, but I just thought, you know, once you get hit and you survive, like that got like you got a shield on you now. Like, people know you got hit, but you survived it. No, man, these fucking people now are crazy. They just want to see you gone. And just to sidetrack real quick, I'm just glad I bought some hollow tips. I got a clip full of hollow tips next to my Cuete, safe and sound. I know that don't really do shit. You know, once you're set up, you're in, and they want to get you, they're gonna get you. But it just like, that's how paranoid I am, bro. Like, I'm not even from a gang or nothing like that. I don't even have no street shit going on, but I still feel like I gotta protect myself in some way. This motherfucking dude, Whack 100, always has something to say, bro. Like, if this fool is like a super duper G or whatever the fuck, like if this fool's with like the UN of the gangs or some shit like that, like Whack 100, sometimes the best thing to say is nothing, my G. It really upsets me when, especially like the older niggas that fucking do business with snitches and shit like that, they come out of their neck and talk about shit that everyone knows. Like, if everyone knows this shit, you should shut the fuck up, for real. Shut the fuck up, because unless you're like his OG, unless you're like the OG of the person that's passed, you should probably shut the fuck up and give them the respect that they deserve. and probably hold back on some of the dumb shit that everyone already knows about. Everyone already knows about this shit. Yeah, he was in a rival neighborhood. He got hit there. Okay, great. Let's leave it at that. We don't have to acknowledge it and throw dirt on no one's names. All we can do is say our piece. And sometimes our piece don't need to be said from ignorant niggas. So I just want to say fuck Whack 100 real quick. And if you want to get at me, hit me up at 999-999-9999. You have a fantastic day and get the fuck out of here with that shit. Rest in peace to Slim 400. There's nothing really more I have to say on the homie besides I'm very saddened. I want to be. I wasn't a big Slim 400 fan, but I really liked his music. So I think this is just gonna give me a chance to get familiar with the homie because he's no longer with us. He's in a better place. I'm praying for his family, his friends, his loved ones. Peace and blessings to the whole family, man. I know they're going through some shit, which is kind of why I made Angels Now Ascending. You know, a lot of people I know, close people I know, passed away early. I would say early in their lives, too early if you ask me. So when I was making this album, Angels Now Ascending, I just wanted to capture. There was a few things I wanted to do. I wanted to do something I never did before, one, and two, I wanted to just give my perspective on the whole, like, what we die for, kind of like what we're really dying for, kind of like scenario. I want to say I had all the beats to Angels Now Ascending, or I didn't have all. Or actually, no, I did have not all the beats, but I had some of the beats for. I want to say like 6 or 8 months. For a while now, I had the material. And my whole idea was making an album out of an album, sort of like what DJ Premier did with, was it James Brown? I want to say James Brown or Bobby Brown, one of the Browns. He made a whole album using like one album or something like that. Or maybe it was just an album out of just pure one artist's samples. My whole thing is I wanted to make an album out of an album. So I'm not going to say which album or which artist I did it, but basically I wanted to take an album and sample it and make a whole album just sampling just one album, right? So this artist was very dear to my heart, very dear to the Chicano culture. So that in and of itself is already like deep as fuck for me. We have I didn't necessarily name the tracks, but we have like, you know, on a 1 through 7. But I'm basically talking about this girl that I'm in love with. I'm talking about prison. I'm talking about what it is we do when our loved ones pass, such as like try to riot. I only had one feature. I had Chava Styles on there. That was actually for Voodoo Love. So if you listen, he says in the very beginning, he says voodoo shit, and then later on he says voodoo doll pain and main arteries. So that track was actually supposed to be for Voodoo Love, and I think I just said, well, since I'm making this album and this is the sample from this project that I'm working on, I'm gonna take it from Voodoo Love and I'm gonna put it on here. So I think that was one of the reasons why that like it upset him, or I know he felt a way about it because he ended up stealing that song and putting it on one of his bullshit ass compilations featuring like all my beats. So shout out to Chava Styles real quick. Thank you for taking all my shit without letting me know. Just making a compilation out of my songs. And then when I politely addressed you on Twitter, you try to like make it about some gangster shit, which is really not what you want to do with me in particular, because I have nothing to say to you besides you're a fucking idiot. I feel like if there were ever any misunderstandings between us, you should have hit me personally instead of running your big fucking mouth on Twitter on an account that I created for you, because you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You wouldn't even be able to address me publicly on a platform that I made for you without me, you know? So you should probably have more respect for your peers before, you know, there's consequences. And I'll just leave it at that. But I'm going to thank you. Thank you for being a part of our journey. I thank you for inspiring me to make other shit. But that's as far as it goes right there, Sonny. Angels Now Ascending. The making process, I had to remaster it just because it was super mixed, like really shitty. Like it wasn't even like a good mix. You know, Angels Now Ascending, the OG copy has to be like fucking super muddy. Like if it was a swamp, it'd be like the dirtiest, filthiest part of the swamp that you ever fucking seen. But I recorded it. I think I wrote and recorded it in 2 weeks, something like that. I really like it. I really loved it. I remastered it. I think I'm going to drop it soon. On the 22nd of December, I'll have it on YouTube for 24 hours because I already got flagged by the album, by the actual people who made the album that I sampled it from. So I'm not gonna press the issue. I'm gonna try to put it on YouTube on Instagram somehow, and on YouTube I'll just have it for a little bit. It's a very special album to me. The cover, I thought. I knew I found it on somebody's Instagram, but I didn't know I took it from Yaris Sanchez's Instagram. So shout out to her. Thank you, Yaris. I know I didn't ask permission for it, but you know, I've tried to hit you up in not so many ways to no avail. And oh well. So the cover is from Yaris Sanchez's Instagram. She's a beautiful mamacita. I would like to take her out on a date. If G Money don't cut my balls off for it. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna. She don't know me, dog. She's all the way in she's all, you know, going back and forth between LA and New York. So she don't need to deal with no genius, fucking next level legend, up and coming, king of the underground West Coast, vato like me. Like Angels Now Ascending, man. Anna. Shout out to Anna, the homegirl. She was really nice to me. So that's like another thing. Like when I was in high school, I didn't have many friends. And she was like a good girlfriend of mine that she wasn't my girlfriend. She was just like, you know, a friend who was a girl. And she's really cool. She's a shout out to you, Anna, if you're listening. Hello. I named a few things after you that I'm gonna be dropping as a token of appreciation of our friendship in the days where I was in a very dark place. Angels Now Ascending is gonna be remastered. I mean, it's already remastered, but it's gonna drop again soon. Jennifer Aniston is distraught following the Friends reunion anniversary. She was basically, I'm paraphrasing, in not so many words, she said that going back to like the old sets brought her back to like, you know, when she broke up with Brad Pitt back in the day. And just a whole bunch of memories that she wasn't very fond of. And I totally understand it. I try to stay away from places that I know just don't bring up good memories, i.e. my grandma's house, and just a bunch of places that it's like PTSD, bro. Like when you go back, it's just like all these, you remember, it brings you back to everything that happened again, and it's whack, it's lame, I don't want to deal with it. I mean, but I don't know. I think Jennifer was really, she came back for the love of the cast, and then once it brought her back to reality, it really did. It really brought her back to like the past. So shout out to Jennifer Aniston. She's really beautiful. I just thought that was some interesting shit to talk about real quick. These $21 smoothies at Irwin, is that how you pronounce it? There's this fucking stupid place in LA that sells luxury. How the fuck do you sell quote unquote luxury groceries that don't even make any fucking sense? Unless you got like fucking humanoid robots serving juices, like fucking, what is it? The Benchwarmers robot making sandwiches in their little pelvis microwaves or whatever. Like, I don't see the point in paying for quote unquote luxury, because what luxury means to these idiots is making a fucking like orange juice and putting a piece of kale on the top with a fucking straw umbrella. Like, that's all. Like, that's all it is. Like, it's just overpriced. It has nothing to do with health. Like, you could fucking live off of healthy juices and shit on like $100 budget or some shit like that. Like, it really doesn't make any sense that you're paying $21 for a juice. I go to fucking Juice It Up and get like a fucking like, is it like $16, I think, for a large Energizer or something like that? I want to fucking shoot somebody, bruh, because you're not telling me a fucking juice is worth two fucking number ones, or what is it, number twos at In-N-Out, bruh. Like, it's just not possible. It's just, all it is overpriced and just bullshit, in my opinion. So fuck Erwin or Erewhon or whatever the fuck that place is. I feel like assholes like that business really fucking gentrify the city and really push out the original people who were here before your white ass could even make a fucking milkshake or whatever the fuck it is you do. So have more respect for the tierra or get the fuck out. I see this birds aren't real movement, and man, these fucking dumbasses are gotta be fucking kidding me. They're holding signs saying birds aren't real, that there's artificial intelligent birds stealing their credit card numbers and buying Amazon packages with it, whatever the fuck they think they're doing. Birds may not be real, but dumbasses are real. I'll tell you that. The world population is set to decline. I thought it was already declining, so I don't know what the fuck this statistic is about. Jussie Smollett is guilty on all 5 accounts of felony misconduct. I hope he has fun in prison. I hope, because what he did was really like inciting racial, like what he really was doing was inciting racism, which is really uncalled for. And Juicy, have fun making Jack Mac in the Pinta. I'm sure you'll be taken care of by some fucking big brute in there that'll make you stroke his hair lovingly and call him and call you Mary and shit like that, or whatever the fuck. That shit is just fucking weird. So have fun in the Pinta. Fucking getting tired, like I fucking always do when I need to fucking talk about some important shit on the podcast. Miriam Zinter is a black woman, but she looks white. This shit is crazy. And I just seen this story on Twitter. She would be getting like racist remarks from white people, and she'd have to tell them like, yo, you know I'm black, right? And it's super crazy. Like, she looks exactly like a black woman, like facial, like, I don't want to be racist or nothing, but she looks like a black woman, but she just has like, her skin is white. Like, it's like she's the real deal Michael Jackson or something, bruh. So shout out to Miriam Zinter. I would love to talk about your experiences on the podcast. You know what I mean? Let's make it happen. Cowboy Bebop is canceled, and this is to the disappointment of many fans. But I feel like live action fucking remakes of animation cartoons, especially classic ones, are like, they're never good. I don't know if it's good or not. Maybe I'm talking shit. Maybe I'll watch it and I'll give a review on a later episode or something. But Cowboy Bebop only had one season, so it's like, I gotta watch that shit too. I've only seen pieces of it, but yeah, I think I don't find it surprising. I just think it's interesting because I know they wanted to do like 3 seasons or something like that, but it's not gonna happen now. I watched The Harder They Fall, and it was a pretty good movie. Like, it starts off with Idris killing his parents, and then he goes and forms his own gang, and then the kid that he let live forms his own gang, and they go to war at the end. And it's the ending has a super crazy, I mean, I saw it coming once, like I pieced it together, but it's an awesome movie. Shout out to Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, on the soundtrack. It was a really good movie. I mean, there's not too many all black movies that get made and that are really, really dope, especially now or on Netflix. So it was really funny. I like the characters. I like the themes. It's a classic, damsel in distress. They go and get them. Everyone pretty much dies at the end. Kind of corny, kind of like a typical cliche Western, but just more modern. So I appreciate that. It's kind of like Quentin Tarantino meets the Old West type shit with all black cast. Come to think of it, I don't think there was like any, there was white people, but later on in the movie. And then we got the homie from Narcos. He's in the beginning of it as well. So I'm glad that they added the raza. We appreciate that in the beginning of the show, even though he gets killed, shot and dies. It's kind of lame that the raza only gets like 5 seconds of airtime with y'all. But hey, y'all didn't let the white people scene go further than shooting the homie. So I don't know what's up with y'all. I don't know what that's about. I don't know who wrote that. I don't know who said that was a good idea. At least have one Mexican with y'all. Like, come on, man. We come on now. We got a lot of black and brown gangs over here. Y'all should know. I mean, pretty sure that there was nothing but black and brown gangs back then. There were more black and brown gangs back in the day than the fucking was now. I guarantee you. So, The Harder They Fall was a really good movie. I liked it. Shout out to Zazie Beetz and Regina King. I feel like they held it down. Idris Elba held it down. Lakeith Stanfield. I feel like this was one of his more weaker performances, but I just feel like how the character was written wasn't good. I don't put that on Lakeith. I put that on the writers. For this episode, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to watch the first round of Geechi Gotti versus Bward because Bward thinks he's a blood now. So since he thinks he's a blood, he's repping Kansas City Crip with the red hats and all that. I'm gonna address him as Bward now, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna watch the first round of Geechi Gotti versus Bward Part 2 on the Monopoly card presented by Avocado on the Riot Network, and let's just get into it.
Nothing but legends all around me. Let's get right into it. On my right-hand side, holding it down for the motherfucking Midwest. Who is you?
Bward, Team Daily, Horseman, YTG. Shout out to Connect. Shout out my brother Cannon 97. Appreciate y'all. Compton, what up, man?
Yeah. And straight out the motherfucking Grandees, Compton's own
Geechi Gotti, man, Mafia, we in this motherfucker, no studio in, man. You know what time it is, man.
West Side!
Come on.
Oh man, I'm so excited
We
for
gotta
this.
do all the formalities.
I
so-
said before we get started,
Oh shit.
let's establish these facts.
All right.
We battled in 2018. Most people had me winning in their recaps.
Okay.
Now I'm on the Riot, a league you co-own, benefit from. Keep track. So not only did I beat you so bad you wanted your ball back, you literally paid me out of pocket for the rematch. I'm a free scrap. Y'all want to know why they call it Monopoly? I help y'all understand, because he'll say code word Monopoly money. I pointed the white one and the 50 blue. He be dumping cans. They call it Monopoly because I broke you into pieces.
What?
This horse don't cap. You got the boot, dog. I had the upper hand to the point they were questioning your spot in the game, so I gave you another chance. You my son, and damn, I'm the reason that this dude can hold the crown. I'm the reason you stay prepared and bring fully loaded rounds. I had you hooked to cables, monitors, plugins. You was going down. Now you got your focus right. Use logic. I'm the reason ain't no studio in now.
Hey, wait. Hey, he just shouted out my studio. I'm using a Focusrite
And they got a
Logic.
title match filled. And I be writing cats wells, and I don't lose the Crips. You already died on that hill. Tell Rum and Surf they can get a box if they trying to grab steel. I'm known for cooking cousins like the Vikings backfield. Keep it real. Keep it real. I ain't your rap friend. You gonna need a Showtime and a strapped in. My wifey got the deposit. I bought a casket with the back end. They like, we just saw him with no jumper. Makes sense that he passed in. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. But I'm in front of Nutty Block Crep. You know, they go where he go. You became the voice of the West Wing, and Riot moved as he rose, but judging office by his team, the cheers won't be equal. A bunch of friends in his community hating, because that's all NBC shows. I'm still a cheat code. I'm still a cheat code. But Geechi is the face of battle rap. That's true stuff. The cat from Champion said I screwed up, predicted a 30 in the main event. Dude, what? I hit blackjack like, are you dumb? When you see A's at the top of the face card, it can only be 2-1. Move, son. Move, son. What you brought? Few guns? God already split a Red Sea. What you think happened to a blue one? I get you 2.
Let's go. Get chilly in this bitch.
I get you tuned up. You gonna have to snuff a Christian. I don't get tired, and I don't stumble with it. I ain't with all that extra stuff. This ain't the Lux edition. Bruh, it's tripping. Y'all be the fakest rappers. 1 minute you cool with new nails, then you escalate in a situation and hating after. Bunch of liars if you trace it backwards. This and despair. I spit so much fire wrestling off the top, somebody got hit with a chair. I'm
Stupid.
He's out of pocket. He's out of pocket. He out of pocket for that.
Rebuttal
Fakest
live.
rappers. Fakest rappers. 1 minute they cool with nails, then they escalate in a situation and hating after. Bunch of liars if you trace it backwards. That's all Greek to me. I'm an alpha, beta actor, and what he dealt to news shows, data kappas, change the patterns. I said I could change the patterns.
That was hard.
A's different, I'm lane switching, a rock son. Grave digging, the plot's done. Bays in it, they got him in the afterlife. I'm praying at the Saints with him. I guess we still in practice, right? I ain't playing games with him. Yo, lower your voice. Yo, lower your voice when you talk to your father. You are not old enough yet. I ain't one of them little app friends you hang out with on the weekends. When you talk to me, you gonna show some respect. Who said Bay Loke is a threat? I can help you how to teach the filler while you pinning your rounds. Y'all listen with excitement to his sentences. How? He finishes work without trimming them down. Always letting the case sing. I listen to baseball. I can never give you the crown. This is profound. And bro, it's comedy.
I'm not getting
I like
some
how
of
you
these
changed
bars.
the venue last minute and appreciate how you were open, honestly. Just find it very ironic you threw an event called Monopoly and it's evident you don't own no property. Yo, they said this was a style clash, and I agree. Fire, trash. You finna be mad as can be. Spend a whole round, end up losing the battle to me.
All right, so a lot of what he was saying, a lot of the bars he was spitting is like references and shit like that. I know Geechi's gonna come with it crazy. I already know. I already feel it. But not bad. I'll say this was a very beatable round. I feel like this has to. If this is his lightest round, it better be, cause like Geechi's gonna come with it. Let's just.
Talk to Cuz. We all want to hear what he got to say right now.
Yep, that's right, Lush.
Bottom of the first, player. Bottom of the first, player. Listen up. Catch this.
Ironic, we caught this shit monopoly, but you don't own no property. For sure, dude. But like you said, I booked you, so technically I own you. Geechi Gotti versus.
That's hilarious.
Bitch, if you win this battle, you won't get your second half.
That's hilarious.
Do the math. It ain't no other league owner who thought you could cook me. I asked Organic, he said nope. Compared to you, that nigga still a rookie. I said, Smack, what's up? He said, nah, son, I think A Ward a pussy, and ARP knew he would have had to max out 3 of his credit cards just to book me.
Wow. Wow.
He's not worth it. It's no purpose. I'll break your jaw in front of your face. Now you can watch your mouth. Remember, no cursing. Bro, bronze broken, you can't rectify. Let a heckler fly. Talking about the Lord, man, I'll turn your brains into shepherd's pie. Nigga, step aside.
Everyone's taking their phones out already.
Talking about the Lord is mine. Talking about the Lord is, I'll turn your brains into shepherd's pie. Step aside. Foes of sport. Twin Eagles. Noah's Ark. Try to run spawn shot. Back bust. Rosa Parks. Nigga.
Yo, this fool Geechi already got the first round for me.
Cold and dark. Nigga, it's the truth. Shells gon' hit his roof. What good is putting on the whole armor of God if it ain't bulletproof? What is you gonna do when bullets ripping through your sweater? Split your forehead in half. See if docs can put 2 and 2 together. Nigga, it's whatever. Fucking dumb. The 40 loaded. It's a Lux gun. Kill you, now you at the pearly gates trying to see if Jesus got you as a +1. Nigga. How the fuck is you supposed to be? This shit green. How the fuck is you supposed to be so holy, but you ducking battles from none of my business? See, when we swerving, baby chop the size of Timmy Turner. If God is my witness, he done seen plenty murders. Yeah, you heard him. This shot will make you an instant victim. I'ma clean your box before I sit you in it, cause what kind of man would I be if I didn't make sure your casket was in mint condition? Nigga, listen. What? Nigga, listen. You can't tell me that you ain't scared. Shoot this bitch up, watch it rain lead. Metal kick, Wayne head. Nigga, it don't matter if God know your heart when you brain dead. We bang lead. Yeah, nigga, we strap up the nose in front of Les One. Hope he don't relapse. Nigga, he clap.
Okay, yeah, this was very clear. Very clear round.
Nigga, we strap.
That nigga had to drink water for that one.
Nose in front of Les One. Hope he don't relapse. Nigga, he clap. I done put so many of my ops in the packs, you can find their bodies on weed maps. Nigga, these facts.
Stupid.
Nigga, these facts. Nigga, these facts. You in Compton. You can really die in here. On NBC, get shipped home. Coroners delivering A Ward to your mama like she the real MVP. Y'all feel that? The tension thicker than MBD. Nigga, we slide.
Who's that? Is that a girl?
We sliding the Mercury out the window, practicing letting these bitches sing. It ain't choir rehearsal. Nah, it ain't personal. Let me state that. Aim at your fitted before I spray that. Then I let the bullets OD on A-hat. Gang tag. Gang tax. I got plenty wars, plus I've been through plenty wars. Call up 3 of my lokes, that's 4 niggas with 9s. You better run for safety like Jimmy Ward. Give me more, let me spray cans. Let off shots, I ain't doing that Mary J dance. Gangland. Gangland, you a fucking child, bro. I knock your top off when the cow blow. Now I'm carrying A-head in my hands like Al Snow. Look how I come around, though. Look how I come around, though. Generation full of snitches. All you niggas got something to talk about. Last time I was in church, preacher asked for testimonies, bitch, I walked out.
Yo, this is so fucking clear. This is a clear win for the first round.
Last time I was in church, preachers start asking for testimonies, bitch, I walked out. Get chalked out. I've been about to kill him. Adam and Eve, something from off my side to make a bitch out this nigga. Yeah. Adam and Eve bars. I know they've been done enough. I can reverse life, take your breath away, then turn your ass back in the dust. I'm packing you up, because I know you care less about God than you do about the purse. That's why I had your ass standing in this building all day instead of a church. Because when it's real, y'all can tell. Y'all can see it in their eyes. No time, see you can make my game.
All right, so obviously, I think the bass was making my shield rattle because, I don't know. Yeah, the bass was making my shield rattle, so I'm pretty sure that wasn't intentional. But that bass was super crazy in the fucking... Y'all gotta stop doing that shit. There's really no need for the bass. Like, this isn't a trap song. This isn't a fucking... This isn't a fucking club. We don't need all the bass. But that was a really clear... That was a really clear W for Geechi, for me. In the first round, he had a lot of good shit. I can't exactly recall what... Oh, these fucking kids are over here fucking... I thought someone fucking just fucking went in my house right now. I was like, what the fuck? I'm about to go get my gun. Clear win for Geechi for the first round. I liked a lot of the shit he was saying. I feel like Bward, writing-wise, he just rushed to say... Just to, like, make it about, oh, I'm bigger, or you wouldn't be me. You wouldn't be you without me and all this shit. But Geechi just went straight bars. He just went for his head. That was dope. The shepherd's pie bar, the preacher, he told him whatever the preacher said, he asked for a testimony or whatever. That was hard. I wanted maybe next episode I'll watch the 3-6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs versus, and then I'll talk about that. Yeah, man, this was the first time I watched Geechi Gotti versus Bward 2. This is actually the first time I seen both of them battle because I didn't see the first one. But yeah, I definitely want to see the rest of this while I make some chicken and shrimp tacos. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell a friend, tell your girlfriend for me. You already know this is the God's Hour.
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now.
While the angels fly over my headstone.